Guys are really practicing hard, flying to the ball. It's amazing what happens when you play really good competition. They definitely ramp up practices and they know they're playing for something really important. So our guys are excited. Still got some more work to do. And got a lot of young players out there, but they're all growing up.
Questions? Coach, Nick Saban said yesterday that he felt Alabama was mentally tired, perhaps, with this start. He managed to keep Georgia from falling into that trap of being mentally tired.
I don't know. I mean, we started fast against Tech, and I think that had a lot to do with the preparation we had because I thought the look we got from the offensive scout team and the focus our offense had in trying to protect our defense by possessing the ball. There was a lot of buy-in there, but we haven't always started fast this year either.
Speaking of preparation, I mean, as a coach, you kind of know the week of, when as you go through practice, as you see your team through. I know you place a lot of emphasis on practice. You kind of know when your team's locked in, and you feel like they're going to play really well by the week of practice, by kind of how you your day together.
No, I don't think that's the case. I mean, you feel good by how your kids practice and lock in and focus, and I'd be lying to you if I said there wasn't more lock in and focus this week than there was UMass, but we don't make it that way. I mean, we go out and we focus and do a lot of the same things. We have a routine we do, and you don't break the routine. The intensity certainly probably ratchets up some, but to say that you ever feel comfortable with things, I don't think that would be the case. You're always prepare every that you have.
Alabama's obviously doesn't have a whole lot of weaknesses. One, they have struggled in the past. So that's one of the strengths of the Georgia team. Does that give you any kind of confidence in a game like this that could be?
I know. I mean, I've been with Nick long enough to know he does a good job of special teams. I don't look at it as a weakness because I look at their kickoff return and their punt returner are two of the best in the whole country. I mean, elite. Have they struggled some with some kicks? Yeah, sure. But that hasn't been, something new for them. I mean, they've dealt with that before. So they've overcome it with a lot of really strong special teams. I mean, they got the best kickoff coverage I think I've ever seen. They're flying down the field and knocking people's heads off. Their kickoff returner and punt returner are elite, and they've got their starters who are all good players on those. So I don't look at it as their special teams are down. I think people measure that because of their punter and possibly because of their kicker.
How much does the recruiting overlap here? Like watching film, who all these guys are. Nick and his staff knows who all your guys are.
As far as knowing the personnel, or did we recruited?
I don't know if it matters, like specifically game playing, or just if it's just interesting.
Not really. I mean, I feel like I know less of their players now than ever. When we played them last year, so many kids that I'd known, coached, and recruited, and now it's getting to be where it's more and more the ones that I recruited to come here, and didn't get, not the ones that I recruited there. Certainly know some of them, but not a lot of them. So I really don't know how it affects the game in any way. I don't think that's a big part of it.
Speaking of recruiting, what's that going to be like for y'all for these next 3 days and then that next weekend?
The next 3 days are all prep for the game. I mean, you can go recruit, and we may at night send somebody somewhere if it's local or go see somebody. But I mean, certainly our sweat is being put in the bucket towards playing Alabama. It's not that we don't care about recruiting. We're still communicating with our recruits, but you can't really focus on that right now. And I think those kids respect that because a lot of them are focused on their playoffs or their championships. Now, in regards to when that ends, when the game ends, reset, go, we're going out to full bore. I mean, we'll go out as soon as we can after the game.
What kind of correlation then between the two this year, the coach and Baker last year in the Rose Bowl?
Correlation between, I think the offenses are completely different. I mean, they're elite quarterbacks and both are extremely athletic. I see where you're going with the similarities of the two quarterbacks, but I mean, style offense is pretty different, but they're both talented. And we had a long time to prepare for Baker. We obviously didn't do a good job, but a long time to prepare. It's not a short week, it's just a normal week.
So playing for something really important. I think you said also in the past that you want this program to be significant, or games like this, what do you have in mind?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think becoming relevant and significant is every game. I mean, when you play on national TV and you play in the SEC, you have a chance to be relevant and significant every week. But certainly this is, it's a wall game. It's for a number. It goes up on these walls in here, and if you get to put numbers up in here, especially on that side of the room, it's special. And that's what you're playing for. You're playing for a championship. So
Alabama's got this beat everybody by 21 points or more, which hasn't happened since like 1888 through 12 games. When you look at them on film, do you say this could be the best? I mean, are they that?
They're pretty good. Really good. They got a good team. I mean, they're explosive. They've got, I don't see the weaknesses because everybody talks about the kicking game, but I mean, it's they're explosive. They're really talented. They're doing a good job, and they're playing at a high level. I mean, really, you can say they've been tested, but the thing is, when they get on top of you, they know how to finish. The act teams are constantly attacking. The pressure's never off. I had several coaches after the games we played them this year that said, man, y'all put pressure on people in every area. There's no phase of offense, defense, kicking game that's like there's always pressure. It's Alabama. They're just really, really good at putting pressure, whether it's offensively, defensively, or special teams. There's so many ways they can win the game.
How much of two is the livability? I mean, I don't, these roles they play much to.
I don't think that he's ad lib at all. I mean, he can, and he resorts to that if things don't go right. But he can in the pocket make every throw. I mean, he's very confident, and I don't know the right word. He's got presence about him in the pocket that he doesn't fear rush. He doesn't fear contact. This guy's bearing down on him, and he sidesteps him and whips the ball out. What makes him really special that he's whipping it to some really good dudes.
On the second and 26 last year, you guys have obviously been really good at not letting people behind you this year.
Yeah.
It's been especially here. Was there any takeaway out of that game? Simple blown coverage,
I don't think there's any takeaway in the game. I mean, the quarterback made a good play. He looked off a veteran safety and did a good job firing the ball. I think he knew where he was going with the ball the whole time, and he's really good at setting up DBs and safeties. He's has good intuition where he wants to throw the ball.
Follow on that real quick. Dom Sanders, that's a guy, he literally started every game for Georgia. Well, I think except with the exception when he had a targeting. We never did get to talk to him after that game. I tried to approach him in the Pro Bowl, your Pro Day about it. He still hasn't talked about that game. I don't know whether you. What
does that have to do with what we're doing right now?
My question is, did you ever get to talk? I mean, the guy had a great career, but it's like
I get to see him.
He's remembered for that play.
I don't think he's remembered that play. I think he's remembered for all the picks he had and all the great things he did. I don't think that's relevant to this conversation. I really don't. I mean, I love the kid. The kid gave everything he had for Georgia and appreciate everything he did. I mean, I played that position. It's not an easy position to play. So you guys to talk about that, and we'll talk about Alabama in this week's game.
Part of Monty were right. We talked about it practice.
Yeah, Monty was able to move around and do some things. He did a little more as practice went on. We hope he's going to be able to do more tomorrow is the hope. He ran some today, cut some, did some things. Bill's injured right now.
Everybody kind of approaches competition different. Could you kind of take us into, not before a game, day of a game? I mean, are you nervous? Are you fired up? Are you excited? How do you handle it? Is it any different than the way you did when you were a player?
I can't remember much about being a player. I mean, I was excited, I guess nervous. I don't know. I'm pretty nervous about everything. So, I mean, competitive, want to do well, work hard at it. And, certainly once you prepare, there's only so much you can do. I get most comfortable the closer the game gets because I realize there's not a lot you could do. I'm more intense leading up to because I want to get all the hay in the barn. And when the hay's in the barn, there's not a lot I can do. So it's like, hey, let the players go play. Show confidence in the players, and them go make plays.
With Alabama being such a powerhouse team, what advantages do you see that Georgia does or could have?
I don't know. I think we'll find that out when we go play them.
Follow up on that, because obviously whether or not Monty's going to be able to go step that up in the past with Jim Kendall. Is that a guy that you're going to obviously step up if Monty's not able to do it?
Yeah, it'll be by committee. I mean, with Monty, he's been down, since, before UMass, right? It happened in the warm-ups, I guess. So, I mean, he's been down 2 games. We've had to play other guys. Channing's played some. Quay's beginning to step up and play. Natrez has been dinged up. He keeps pushing through. So, we're a wounded Warrior unit comes to defensive, especially at the linebacker position, because Jawan and Tay continue to push through, and Natrez is a little beat up. But we'll hang on the guys we got, and we're trying to get those guys prepared right now best we can.
What about offense muscle? Is he available this week?
He may be back for the game. I'm not sure. He was able to practice today for the first time in a long time.
Sorry, you said he was?
He was able to practice today for the first time in a long time.
Who's speed stand as your next wide receiver?
I don't know. I don't have any GPS numbers. I don't know how fast they're on tape. They're really fast. You know, they've got fast guys. We've got some guys in our secondary that have run some fast track times, but it's really not about that. It's about who can cover who and who can match up and get hands on people. And if you got all day back there, then it probably doesn't matter anyway, because eventually there's somebody going to get open. So we've got to affect the quarterback and do a good job. But I don't know who's faster. I guess we'll find out Saturday.
How quick during the game can you say I've got to adjust, or are you good with it? Is it the first season? Is that too?
No, I mean, I think first series maybe jitters and guys still trying to get over it. You got to stick with your plan and feel comfortable with your plan. There comes a point where if your plan's not working, you got to go to plan B or plan C. But
What about
you know,
back and forth games though, Kirby? I mean, last year this was. I mean, games can become back and forth like Oklahoma last year. So.
sure. I think you adjust throughout the game. I think if they're doing different things, you got to have different answers. We try to always have different looks. It's a defense. We try to save something for the second half. It's an offense. We always try to have a script coming out in the second half. And I think offensively, more than anything, we've had some really good opening second half drives. And I think a lot of that is preparation and coaching. So we try to do a really good job of that.
As rare as it was to have 2 different running backs run for 1,000 yards last year, you have 2 different guys within reach of that. Did you think it could be that kind of year for the running game for you instead of running back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I knew we had a good offensive line coming back. I didn't know we'd lose so many of them. You know, kind of different games. It seems like we've had to shuffle everybody, but I knew we were talented on the offensive line and we had good backs, so I knew we would have an opportunity, whether it be two 1,000-yard rushers. You know, we're not there yet, and we're trying to get there, but we probably could have had that with some of the games we've had. We've taken those kids out, and some of those kids hadn't played much in games.
Do those 2 guys feed off each other? It seems to be a competition for bragging rights.
Yeah, I don't even know if they see it as competition. I really don't. Those 2 guys are such team players. There's no ego in either one of them. I think more about the team, and they would rather see each one of them well. Thanks.